Track athletes are often considered real-life superhumans due to the incredible sprint speeds they're able to achieve. While most humans average a top running speed of 15 miles per hour, elite athletes reach speeds on the track that almost double this. From Jesse Owens, an American who earned 4 gold medals in a single Olympics, to Usain Bolt, the record-breaking Jamaican king of the Olympics, here are the stories of the fastest men in history. Before we begin, if you're interested in early access to videos and live chats with the creator of Intrigued Mind, consider subscribing to our Patreon. Your support will greatly help us keep the channel producing more intriguing content. One of the most influential track athletes of the 20th century was Jesse Owens. Known for his incredible performances at the 1936 Summer Olympics in Nazi Germany and his lightning speed, Owens is often considered the first in a long line of superhuman track athletes. Jesse Owens was born in Oakville, Alabama in 1913. Owens didn't have the most luxurious childhood, as he was the 10th child of 2 sharecroppers and spent the majority of his younger years picking cotton with his family. As Owens grew older, he became increasingly interested in becoming an athlete, and for a good reason, as even during his younger years, his coach believed Owens had the talent to become a future world champion. Owens began training as a track athlete during his high school years and excelled right throughout college. During his time at college, Owens went on to break 3 world records in a single day in 1935 at the Big Ten track meet at the University of Michigan, a feat that has been referred to as the greatest 45 minutes of sport in history. During one race at this event, he hit a top speed of 21.7 miles per hour, which was an incredibly fast speed for his era. This ultimately guaranteed him a spot on the American team, who were heading to the 1936 Summer Olympics. Owens was set to compete in 4 Olympic events at the Games in Germany. In the 100-meter sprint, Owens equaled the fastest time ever run with a time of 10.3 seconds and earned himself a gold medal in the process. Following this event, the Oakville native also went on to take gold in the long jump. Owen then lined up for the 200-meter sprint at the 1936 Berlin Games, hoping to take home his 3rd medal of the competition. In sublime form and full of confidence, Owens went on to win the race and his 3rd gold medal of the Games. He smashed his own record in the process, finishing in just 20.7 seconds. Owens' 4th and final event of the Berlin Olympics would be part of a 4-man relay team that would also take home a gold medal each, setting a new world record in the process. Owens immediately cemented his place in history, becoming the 2nd American to secure 4 gold medals at a single Olympics. To this day, Owens is still considered one of the fastest sprinters and greatest track athletes in history. What Owens achieved in his career ultimately cemented his place as one of the most decorated and fastest humans in history. And to some, Owens is considered the man who single-handedly crushed Hitler's myth of Aryan supremacy. While Jesse Owens is still remembered to this day for being the first American track athlete to win 4 gold medals at a single Olympics, he would later be joined by Carl Lewis, one of the greatest American track athletes. Lewis seemed destined to become one of the greatest sprinters of his generation from a young age. During his younger years, Lewis broke many high school records, some of which still stand to this day. Lewis holds the school record for the indoor 55-meter dash and various records in the long jump. While Lewis was predicted to be one of the fastest athletes at the Russian Olympics in 1980, he qualified with ease yet refused to attend due to the US boycott of the Moscow Games. This meant that Lewis would have to wait 4 years before he could taste Olympic glory. By the time the 1984 Olympics came around, Lewis was already ranked as the world's #1 in the 100-meter sprint and the long jump, and had been for 3 years. As the Games in Los Angeles took place, Lewis quickly amassed a collection of gold medals. Lewis went on to take the gold in 4 events, matching the feat of the great Jesse Owens, and even won his gold medals in the exact same events as Owens. He claimed victory in the 100 and 200-meter sprints, the long jump, and as part of the 100-meter relay team. Lewis was supposedly clocked at a mind-boggling 28 miles per hour during the last 2 meters of his 100-meter Olympic final, coming in with a final time of 9.99 seconds. 4 years later, at the 1988 Summer Olympics 100-meter final, Lewis finished with an impressive time of 9.92 seconds. While this originally placed him in 2nd place, Ben Johnson, the winning gold medalist, was later stripped of his gold medal following testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Thus, Lewis was given 1st place, and his time was recognized as a new world record. In 1991, Lewis proved to the world that he was in fact one of the fastest and greatest sprinters on Earth when he broke the world's 100-meter world record again. Lewis set an astonishing time of 9.86 seconds at the 1991 championships, a record he would hold for over 3 years. Throughout Lewis's incredible career, he earned 9 Olympic gold medals, a silver medal, and 10 World Championship medals. To this day, Lewis is still considered one of the fastest athletes to have ever participated in track and field events, and is remembered for his incredible performances at the 1988 Olympics, where he claimed 4 gold medals. One of the most controversial names to ever compete in track and field events was the Brooklyn-born and raised Justin Gatlin. Starting his athletic career in high school football, Gatlin quickly realized his potential on the track and eventually made the switch over. Gatlin seemed destined to become the next superstar of the track world and was immediately recognized for his explosive starts and lightning speed. Over the next few years, Gatlin quickly became a household name across America. Throughout his extensive track career, Justin Gatlin was considered one of the fastest men on earth. Yet, this didn't come without a fair bit of controversy. As a college athlete, Gatlin was banned for 2 years after failing a drug test in 2001. However, this didn't stop him, and Gatlin returned to the track just before the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens. He earned himself a spot on the American team following an impressive second finish at the U.S. Olympic trials. Gatlin then went on to take the 100-meter gold in Athens and 2 other gold medals. This really put Gatlin on the map, and he was already being considered as one of the greatest American track athletes of all time. The following year, Gatlin went on to clinch his first world title, taking the 100 and 200-meter gold medals in Helsinki. However, this would be the start of the downfall of the American. In May 2006, Gatlin broke the 100-meter world record. However, following this, things began to go wrong for him. At the end of July, he was suspended when he tested positive for doping substances. While initially handed an 8-year ban, it was later reduced to 4. His world record was annulled, and Gatlin did not return to the competitive track until 2010. Following a return to the track in his 30s, Gatlin did go on to achieve his personal best in the 100 meters in 2015 at Doha, when he ran the distance in an impressive 9.74 seconds. During this run, he reached an average top speed of 22.97 miles per hour. While the controversy certainly put a damper on his legacy, on several occasions throughout his career, Gatlin was recognized as the fastest man on earth. While Gatlin is certainly ranked among the fastest Americans to ever set foot on a track, one competitor from North America holds the claim to the fastest man from the continent. This is none other than Tyson Gay, a track athlete who's often considered the second fastest man in history. Tyson Gay is a 4-time U.S. champion in the 100-meter sprint and even held the record for the fastest 100-meter run at one point, now being tied for second with the Jamaican Johan Blake. During the 2007 World Championships in Osaka, Japan, Gay became one of only 2 men in history to win 3 gold medals, respectively, in the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 400-meter relay at a single World Championship. During this event, Gay won the 200 meters with a then record-breaking time of 19.76 seconds, beating the formidable Usain Bolt in the process. Unfortunately, hamstring injuries held Gay back from having an ultimate showdown at the 2008 Beijing Olympics with Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell. As a result of the injury, Gay failed to qualify for the finals. Yet, this wouldn't be the end of his story. The following year, at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, Gay set a U.S. record when he ran the 100-meter sprint in 9.71 seconds, reaching an astonishing speed of 23.1 miles per hour. However, this was no match for Usain Bolt, who set a new world record when he finished in 9.58 seconds. In the same year, Gay ran the 100 meters in 9.69 seconds at the Stockholm Golden Grand Prix, breaking his own U.S. record in the process. The following year, Gay was able to get revenge on his arch-rival, the Olympic and world champion Usain Bolt. Gay beat Bolt in the 100-meter sprint in Stockholm with a time of 9.84 seconds, marking the first time he beat Bolt in a 100-meter sprint. By 2011, Gay was in the lead-up to the Olympics, when again he was struck with injury and required hip surgery. However, he went on to show great determination, as he managed to qualify for the 2012 Olympics with a time of 9.86 seconds. Even though Gay reached the 100-meter final, clocking an admirable 9.80 seconds, he was beaten to bronze by 1/100th of a second by Justin Gatlin. However, Gay did go on to claim a silver medal in the 100-meter relay. Yet, this seemed to mark the end for America's fastest man in history, for in 2013, he failed numerous drug tests and Gay was suspended for a year. He was also stripped of his Olympic silver medal, which he received for his part in the 2012 relay team. To this day, Gay claims he's innocent and was part of a backroom blunder. Whether or not he told the truth, Gay is still often referred to as the fastest American in history. There is much debate as to who really is the second fastest man on the planet. While many would put forth the name of Tyson Gay, others argue that the Jamaican wonder kid, Johan Blake, has just as much of a right to the claim, considering both he and Gay are tied for second place in the 100-meter world record. But just how fast is Johan Blake? We've discussed many of the greatest sprinters who have ever existed throughout this video, yet none seemed more destined for greatness from a young age as the Jamaican-born Johan Blake. Blake has been breaking records from his teenage years, earning himself the title of Jamaica's fastest ever junior sprinter when he ran the 100 meters in 10.11 seconds back in 2007. The young track athlete went on to break various other records, including one at the 2011 World Championships. Blake claimed the title of the youngest person to ever run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, at just 21 years and 245 days old. Blake also went on to become the youngest athlete to win the 100-meter sprint at a World Championship, surpassing the great Carl Lewis, who had held the record since 1983. During his debut Olympics at the 2012 Games in London, Blake was pegged as the favorite challenger to fellow Jamaican Usain Bolt. However, Blake had only earned second-place finishes to the Lightning Bolt in both the 100 and 200-meter sprints. In the latter, Blake clocked in with a time of 19.44 seconds, the fastest non-winning time in history. Blake did earn himself a gold medal in the Jamaican 100-meter relay, where the team set a new world record of 36.84 seconds. Following the Olympics, Blake attended the Atletissima Diamond League meet in Switzerland, where he ran the 100-meter sprint in 9.69 seconds, ultimately tying him with Tyson Gay as the second fastest man in history, a record that stands to this day. Blake went through various injuries over the next few years, yet was prepared to make a strong comeback at the 2016 Olympics. Unfortunately, he finished 4th in the 100-meter sprint and 6th in the 200-meter sprint. However, he did earn his 4th and final Olympic medal when he and his Jamaican teammates again took the gold in the 100-meter relay. While Blake is certainly known as one of the fastest men to have ever existed, it's likely that he may always be overshadowed and known as the second fastest Jamaican in history, being surpassed by the one and only Usain Bolt. While many of the previously mentioned sprinters and track athletes have made incredible contributions to the sport, none have come as close to the lightning bolt from Jamaica, Usain Bolt. Bolt is widely considered the greatest sprinter of all time and the fastest human in recorded history. Bolt dominated the track and field world for well over a decade. To this day, he holds the record for the 100-meter sprint with an incredible time of 9.58 seconds and the 200-meter sprint with a time of 19.19 seconds. This gives him a top average speed of over 23 miles per hour, which is almost incomprehensible. Yet, during one of his record runs, Bolt was recorded at a top speed of 27.33 miles per hour, a speed that seems almost impossible for humans to reach. Throughout Bolt's incredible career, he competed at 3 Olympics, stretching from Beijing in 2008 to Rio in 2016. During this period, he consecutively took the gold in both the 100 and 200-meter sprints, making him the first athlete in history to do so. On top of his 8 Olympic gold medals, Bolt has won 4 world championships in the 100 and 200-meter events, stretching from 2009 to 2015. Bolt's innumerable achievements on the track have cemented his place as a legend in the world of sports. His lightning speed, unique running style, and charismatic personality have ensured he will be a name that will not be forgotten for decades to come. Many would also agree in saying that we may never win as such a dominant sprinter in our lifetimes, and it's likely that Bolt will hold these records for many years to come. And that's our video on the fastest sprinters of recorded history. For more videos on the most unique and impressive parts of our history, be sure to subscribe to the Intrigued Mind channel. Like the video and leave your suggestions in the comments below.